Well, here we are in the studio, and I'm so pleased to have Robin LeGrand here with me this morning to tell us about all sorts of interesting and exciting trips coming up. So, Robin, it's all yours.
Good morning, Francis. And I have a lot of great trips to tell you about. But first of all, I just want to talk a little bit about the trip to Ocean City that we took at the beginning of the month from the 14th through the 17th. And it was such a good trip, and the weather was absolutely gorgeous. So I actually had some pictures to run, and I don't know if they're going to run those pictures, but here we go. These are some of the pictures that we took while we were there, and the weather every day the weather was absolutely perfect. We did a sunset cruise, as you can see, and it was just absolutely glorious. So what we're thinking about doing next year is doing the trip again, but we want to stay oceanfront, right on the beach, so that some of the side trips, we even saw dolphins when we were on the sunset cruise. So some of these tours, if you don't want to do them, you don't have to do them. You can stay right there at the beach and the boardwalk. So it was just really a great trip. The residents had an amazing time. So it was beautiful. The beach was absolutely gorgeous. So just wanted to show some pictures from that because everyone enjoyed it so much. So now we're going to roll into the trips coming up this month, and which actually begins tomorrow. And we have a trip tomorrow. So just between us at Source Theater. If you want to go, you still can, but you need to let me know because I will have to purchase the tickets if you want to go. I already purchased the tickets for the people who signed up already, but I could still make it happen if you want to go. But it has to be today. Today's the cutoff, so, and that's tomorrow. Then on Friday, it's 868 Estate Vineyards and Winery in Purcellville, Virginia.
Oh, I hope it's not raining.
It's supposed to be raining, so I'm going to have to take a look at that and see. I mean, the good news is that we're inside tasting. So I'll actually call the winery and see, how that's going to work for them. And if I need to change it, then I'll let everybody know. And we may have to push it back another week or so. I'm not sure about that yet. On Tuesday, the 6th, is this trip that we were going to go to the zoo last month, so we rescheduled it for this month on Tuesday. So if the weather's permitting, then we'll go. We still have space on that one.
And see the panda.
And see the panda. How exciting is that? And then on Wednesday the 7th is the free trip to Pentagon City, which goes every month. So still have space on that. Thursday, the 8th, is the Guard at Ford's Theater.
Oh.
So that should be, they do really, really good productions. So they put on really good plays.
That's such a lovely theater.
It is. And every seat is a good seat. So there are no bad seats there. So I still have a few seats left on that if you're interested in going. On Monday, the 12th, is the Smithsonian Adventure. So, that's every month. So I don't really need to go into a lot of detail about that. There's still room.
Do they stop at several of the...
They do. It's a loop that the bus will make, and you just let the driver know which museum you want to get off at, and then he'll pick you back. And you can actually get off at one, go to another one, but you just need to let him know which one you're going to, so he'll know where to pick you up. So the numbers he can bring back the same amount that he took there.
Right.
We do want that to happen, right?
And the same people.
And the same people. That's not always the case, but he will bring back the same number. Okay, on Wednesday, the 14th, is the Potomac Riverboat water taxi to National Harbor. So we'll go over to Old Town, and we'll get on the water taxi there, and then taxi over to National Harbor, where you'll just have free time to go to dinner, to shop, or ride the Capitol Wheel, whatever it is you want to do. So you'll have some time on your own, about 3 hours on your own, to just do what you want to do over at National Harbor. And then we'll catch the taxi back. So it'll be a round trip on the taxi, and then get back on the bus and head back to campus. On the 15th, it's Maryland Live. It's the casino of the month. We alternate between the three in the area, so it's Maryland Live this month. On the 16th is the National Circus and Acrobats of the People's Republic of China at the Eagle Bank Arena, which is really George Mason.
Oh, okay. I wondered where that was.
Actually, it's not Eagle Bank. It is the Center for the Arts, which is not that big Patriot Center. It's smaller. It's a nicer venue. So that's where that is. Now, I only have a few tickets left for that because that's pretty popular.
Oh, I love the circus.
They are very amazing. This group is very amazing. So I don't have a lot of tickets left for that. So if you're interested, then you may want to sign up sooner rather than later. Then on October 20th is beautiful at the Kennedy Center, the Carole King story. I think I have 2 tickets left for that one. So on the calendar it says sold out, but I've had some cancellations. So if you are interested, call me, or, sign up. You have to fill out the registration form to sign up, but do that right away because those 2 tickets won't last long. So it's actually not sold out at this point. And then on the 22nd of October, we're going to go back down to Riverside Center in Fredericksburg to see Sister Act. And Riverside, they just really put on really nice productions. They'll give you a great hot lunch,
I was going to say it's a dinner.
It's a dinner theater.
A dinner theater, yeah.
So we go to the for the lunch and then the show, and the lunch is just incredible. The food is really remarkable there. It's really improved a lot. So I think I have a couple of seats left for that as well, and that's people have been signing up for that. But the featured trip of the month is October 23rd, and it's the Fall Foliage Potomac Eagle train ride in Romney, West Virginia. And the response has been so good on this trip that I've actually secured a motor coach bus to take us up there. So I now have more space, so if you're interested in going, you can still go, but we'll ride on one of those 56-passenger comfortable buses with the restroom, and we'll be in the first class car on the train, which you'll get your lunches included and drinks, not alcoholic drinks, but soft drinks and juices are all included in this ride. It's a 3-hour ride, and you'll ride through the mountainsides and see all the fall foliage, and it's a good trip, and it's, like I said, it's a lot of interest, so I can actually accommodate more people now that we have the motor coach. So if you're interested, go ahead and sign up. It's about 10 spaces left on that. Even with the motor coach, it's only about 10 spaces left. So if you're interested, go ahead and sign up for that. On Tuesday, the 27th, it's Fair Oaks Mall, and we all know what that is, so I don't need to go into a lot of detail about that one. On Wednesday, the 28th, is the Rivershore Charters to Blue 1861 restaurant on the Occoquan River. So we'll get on the boat at Occoquan, and Captain Mark will ride us around, and we'll see the foliage off of the Occoquan River. And then he'll take us to the restaurant. We'll get off and have lunch at the restaurant, and then get back on the boat, and then he'll bring us back to the bus, and we'll head back to campus.
Wow, some great trips.
Yeah, I mean, we do this with him. He's great. I mean, and he gives a really, really nice tour, and, so we like to do that quite often. And I actually have residents saying, you said we were going to go in October, so here it is. And I think I have a few spaces left on that as well, so if you're interested, sign up. And then the last trip of the month, which is Friday, October 30th, we're going to do our usual Skyline Drive Fall Foliage Tour. And we'll have lunch at Big Meadows Lodge, and we'll tour up and down the Skyline Drive to see the foliage. Wasn't the last time, I think it was the time before that, we actually saw a bear.
Really?
We see deer. Yeah, we're on the bus though. We stay on the bus, so we're not up close and personal with the bear or the wildlife. So it was very interesting. So I still have some space on that one as well. And as usual, just keep an eye on the bulletin boards and check the back of the calendars, because I have a lot of new trips, vacations that we're rolling out for next year. So just be on the lookout for those coming out.
Cruise kinds of things, you mean?
Cruises, we have the cruise to Panama Canal next year. It's either March or April of next year, so I have people signing up for that. We have a Hawaiian cruise in January, so we have a lot of things coming out for next year. So just be on the lookout.
Well, you do such a great job of planning trips for all of us.
Well, thank you.
And I'm sure that you never have a time when, well, nobody's signing up. Why did, that kind of thing never happens, does it?
Well, you'll have some trips that aren't as popular, and I may cancel a trip or two during the month, but, business has been really good lately, so, yeah.
And do you get to go on every trip if you want to?
No, ma'am. I couldn't if I wanted to, because I still have the work in the office to put it all together, so I go when it's necessary, and then I try to stay back and, get the rest of the trips together. All the details, it can be overwhelming. It can be overwhelming, but I try to stay on top of it so that it doesn't happen. So.
Well, is our time up? No, it isn't. So we still have time.
Okay, well, what else would you like to talk about?
Well, do some of the same people do trip? Do most of the trips? Is that what happens? Because I don't go on very many, as you know. But
We have the groups who like. We have our groups who like the museums and the arts, and we have the groups who like the wineries, and the groups who like gambling and shopping. So you kind of have different interests. So you have groups. You'll see the same people, and depending on where it is, like the shopping, and you may see the same people for shopping and the same people for the casinos, and the wineries, so forth and so on. It's a lot of theater. We have a lot of interest in theater. So we do a lot of that here, and we also have the season ticket. So
yeah. Oh, for which theater do you have the season ticket?
well, the season tickets for Little Theater of Alexandria.
Yeah, I do that one.
For Fairfax Symphony, Arena Stage.
Oh, Arena also.
Arena Stage, Virginia Opera, and National Symphony Orchestra, and the Washington Metropolitan Philharmonic Orchestra. So we have quite a few.
That's a new one this year, isn't it?
We started last year,
Or
but
last
it's
year.
actually going to be season ticket for this year. We were doing individual trips last year, but it's a season ticket for this year. So there are lots of trips going on.
Well, I think now we do have, pretty much done, but it's such a good thing to have you come on and tell about these trips, plus the added information you gave us today, because with new people moving in all the time, they aren't always aware of what's available. So hopefully they're listening and watching.
Okay.